Welcome back to The Ruins, a majestic, exclusive private dining club in Seattle.
Yeah, I'm not that exclusive. Jim's here.
Thank you.
Welcome.
You know how difficult it is just to get your kids to go to the grocery store with you?
Yeah.
Well, there's a family in Alaska who has taken their toddlers into the wilderness for weeks at a time. A lot of people think toddlers and glacial crevasses don't mix.
Careful, make sure you got...
Trekkers Erin and Hig McKittrick think otherwise.
Is that a good way to rest?
Erin's book, Small Feet, Big Land, chronicles their expeditions into the wilds of Alaska, small children in tow.
So we took them up to the Northwest Arctic for a month-long journey. We took them out to a remote glacier in southeast Alaska for a 2-month journey. Their kids, 2.5-year-old daughter Latuya and 4-year-old son Katmai, were exploring the remote Alaskan wilderness before they could even walk. And for all of you parents out there watching this saying, yeah, right, I can't even get my kid out the door, for this. Sometimes I tell people that it really is just as hard for us to get out the door as anyone else. That's why we go for like 1 or 2 months when we get out.
We don't go back in the door, you know.
When they're not trekking, the McKittricks live in this yurt in Seldovia, Alaska. And they've learned a few things raising kids way up here.
A muktuk? Yeah.
For example, don't tell them that muktuk is whale blubber.
Well, and they think it's normal. I mean, that's actually the beauty of small children is every small child thinks their own life is normal, so they don't know better. They're like, okay, yeah, I've been out here for a month on the glacier, and I'm watching these sea lions hauled out on the rocks, and that's just normal.
With this book, the McKittricks show that these kind of places aren't just for outside magazine style adventurers.
The 2-year-old can be out there. Why can't I be out there?
And they do have some tips for parents who want to trek with their kids beyond the playground. First, make sure they have warm, comfortable gear. Hig actually made these neoprene boots for his kids. The other thing that's almost as important as good gear,
You're all tucked in.
a good attitude.
So if you've got a parent who's kind of got that negative vibe, then the kid picks it up. And they are then going to whine about the mud and the rain and say they can't climb the hill. But if you just sort of expect that they can do it, they usually can.
Today, the entire McKittrick clan is heading out on a new adventure, a camping trip to promote Erin's book.
When they read it, I hope that they don't just look at it and say, oh, you know, this is this crazy person out there doing what I could never do. I hope that they get maybe a little bit of inspiration.
She also hopes readers realize crevasses are optional.
Okay, this makes a mother way too nervous.
Small Feet, Big Land is now out in bookstores.
And thank you for spending your Monday evening with us. That's about all we got.
Tomorrow night, could the most influential radio station in Seattle be the one that is run by kids?
Interesting. And straight ahead on NBC, 2 hours of American Ninja Warrior.
Great show.
All right, good night from the ruins.
Good night. Have you seen it?
I have.
You have.